Well, hello, YouTube. It is me, the BBK, and welcome back to the Boss's Lounge. Oh, child. The girls and boys have really been cutting up, but I still say it's a distraction. Mind me not. Anyway, so in case you haven't heard, the one and only Offset is upset with his current manager, Pierre QC. Quality Control, I believe it's called. Mm-hmm. Because it appears that Upset has spent some time and money trying to buy his, I guess what they call it, a catalog or something, buy his own music, right? So he can get paid for the credits and whatnot. And, he says he hadn't talked to this guy in 2 years. And he said he drops a song and then here he come wanting to have credit in it because they're management. But it seems like Upset really is done with the manager, and even though him and the Amigos have kind of separated, it appears that the other half of the Amigos is siding with his manager. Now, I never did find out how him and the Amigos fell out in the first place. I don't know why they fell out. I don't know how they came to separate. None of that. Um, I read a rumor somewhere that allegedly he had mess with Sweetie. But that's a different story. We ain't finna get into that at all. Yeah. But yeah, honey, upset. They was going back and forth on Twitter. And I do have a few screenshots. I was at work, so I couldn't get them all. But you can definitely go over there and read it yourself. But hang on a second. Who yes had to hit that pump? Here, let me see if I can get them. Because I think I got a few of them. Okay. So, of course, I can't see what this is. Oh, yeah, this is one. I can't. Oh no, what happened? Okay, here we go. I think this might be one. Let me see. Baby, they was on Twitter, and his wife had to jump in. She jumped in. She had something to say, and I guess the other half of the Migos said, "Well, if she bumping her gums and talking, we might as well talk too." So they were going back and forth. I can't see this. This is extremely small. But this is a receipt that I got from somebody else, as you can see. Um, oh, so this is somebody going back and forth with Cardi. Hang on. Now, somebody said on this one, I'm going down. Quavo and Takeoff is not. Let me look at the photo because that's not coming in clear at all. That's the comment from another fan or whatever, somebody in the chat, and they're taking up for Quavo and Takeoff. And they're saying that they're not wrong for sticking up for QC. You, there's got to be a family member, right, or a friend. They low key instigate. Because see, at the end of the day, Upset, Quavo, and Takeoff took off as family. They're blood relatives. So blood's supposed to be thicker than mud, and water not supposed to stand. But it seems like they fallout is a little bit deeper than whatever has been revealed about them. Either way, um, this brother here dropped some tea. He said, "Well, the first lawsuit was public. It was what he said. He said it was filed publicly, but it was dismissed privately. He said, let's see how this one gonna go. And it's interesting because if the man won't out, if you don't want to have nothing else to do with you, then let him go. Let him go on about his business. He didn't pay the money for his catalog or the rights to his music or the rights to his credit or whatever it is. And the crowd is mixed because half of the crowd is saying, well, his song really not all of that in a bag of chips. Then you got another group of people saying, well, dude, you really ain't been blackballed, but you ain't been doing nothing, which is true. Because it seems like when he took that time off to pay to get out from under his manager, it seems like he really wasn't making music. What he was doing was making money moves. He's got a clothing line and he's got some other revenue turning ventures in place. But it seems like he just kind of took a break while he did what he needed to do, which was not the way he liked to spend money. It wasn't a good idea at all. And it really didn't do anything for his career. But nonetheless, they're going at it publicly, and it's word on the street that he's going to be filing a suit against his manager. Um, yeah, guess you don't want to get. I haven't heard the song. I'm not even sure I want to hear the song the way these people done talk because when I got into the comments, the reviews were mixed. It was a little bit of good and a little bit of hate and then a little bit of bad and a little bit of mixed and then a little bit of in between and then a whole bunch over there. So yeah, now I ain't gonna lie. Cardi should sit her sensitive ass down somewhere. That's the realization of it. Cardi need to get somewhere and have several seats because at the end of the day, she knows she cannot handle nobody saying nothing about her. So whatever they say about her husband, we know that she ride with him. We know that she supports him. We know she gonna stand up for him and all of the things. And when she gets done standing up for him, riding for him, cussing people out and doing all of the things, then she'll be ready to separate and divorce him by Christmas. Now, her and somebody else got the beefing in the chat and they was talking about how she's into it with some other individuals and how somebody stole something. I know it's hard to keep up with all of that stuff, but she accused her of somebody stealing something and how Cardi tried to offer this chick $4 million to walk away. 4 million seems to be the magic number ever since Tasha lost her lawsuit between Cardi, but I digress. She said, you offered her $4 million to walk away and she ain't going. And then, Cardi tried to respond and said, listen, it's an open case, public record. I don't have no reason to pay nobody to lie about nothing or to do nothing for me. That's against the law and I would get in trouble. See, her lawyer been talking to her. Her lawyer been telling her to shut up. See, baby, listen, Cardi and Upset is going into this whole lawsuit thing together. Okay, they're going in it together, and Cardi's enemies and ops are gonna pick up the wrench, and they're gonna start beefing, and it's gonna really be a whole mess. And I don't think she realizes it's gonna take away from any music that she's done. You know, Upset just dropped new music, so the people are half and half. Even though there was a song chart that said the song rated number 4 in the first 2 weeks, I think. So I I don't know. It appears to be mixed reviews on that, but once again, they're in the public eye. We'll see how far this goes. It's unfortunate that you spend a lot of money to buy something or buy something back. You don't make any money while you spending all of this money. You took this time off, you're not making any money, and now you finna turn around and spend even more money to sue the same man that you just paid, all because he's upset. And what it wasn't to buy his catalog. It was actually to buy out of his contract. It was to buy out of his contract with this manager. But I guess the manager wasn't satisfied with the payment that he received because he said it was more than just this. This was involved, merchandise and promotion and marketing, and then resources were made available to you for this and that. So it sounds like they never did come to a good agreement on the bottom line dollar figure. And if they did, then maybe somebody's reneging. I don't know. But yeah, the fight is on, and his family members are not riding with him in this case. Now, the people said that Upset ain't been blackballed. He just ain't did nothing. He kind of wiped his own self out of the equation because he wasn't really working. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So anyway, I wish them well. If you want out of your contract, you got to come. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a nasty situation when you want to get out of your contract. It's a nasty situation to approach a person and tell them you want out of your contract, and it becomes a nastier situation when they're figuring how much to tax you, how much to add on to the real bottom line, and that's where it gets sticky. So as always, it's a black on black thing, and baby, the skeletons will be coming out of the closet on Mad Day, and it'll be interesting to hear. Now, Mob Radio had a good broadcast. I listened to a little bit of hers earlier, but I didn't get to hear much. It's a couple of more people I'm sub to that I want to hear their take on it. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you. Yeah, Cardi and Offset is upset. Anyway, I'll catch you later.